Alright guys, I'm back again here. Right there is the last swipe for 2017 soybeans. So we'll go down through here and swipe these off and dump the little bit that's in the tank. And I'll try and show you what I was talking about on that repair that we had to make on this head. For those of you that don't farm or aren't familiar with this stuff, I'll try and explain it a little better if I can, if we can see it. Try and get right down in there on that head. It's bouncing a little bit. 2.5 mile an hour, that's about where I've been running. Last year the mechanism on this thing, it just bounced super bad. It was a lot worse than what it's doing right now. In fact, I just turned the stupid header height control off. It was easier. There's a, I don't know if you can see it, there's a ball over there with a 1 through 5 on that piece of metal, and you can follow that, and when everything's running right, it's around somewhere between 1 and 2 on your height. But this year I had a new floor, not a new floor, the bottom plates. There's a series of plates across the bottom of these heads that run on the ground. Those are all brand new on this head. I'm not the best fix-it guy, so I have a guy that works on this combine for me. And I took the grain head and the corn head over there this summer and had him put this new floor on it, and then they messed with that header height a little bit, and it's not working the greatest, but it's working a lot better than it did last year. So I've had it on the whole season. Oh, we got a rock down in there. Let this thing clean out. Turn that off. We'll let the separator run a minute here. Oh, there ain't no beans coming out, but just let it clean the trash out of it. There's not much in there. I had a full bin, or almost a full bin, and then that little pile on 4 acres here. Get this auger out. Okay. I figured it would all fit on one little wagon. This wagon, if it's heaped up, it might hold 200 bushel, I don't even know. This is my friend's wagon, it's not mine, but it's about the same size as 3 of mine, so they all hold around anywhere from 180 to 200, usually on beans. And I had this combine, this is the third season? I think it's the 3rd season I've run this, and I still suck at guessing where that damn auger is on them wagons. So let's turn that on. Make sure we're hitting the center here. Oops. No, that's what I mean. I absolutely suck. Let's just do this. I have a tendency to shoot it to the far side. There ain't much in there. Basically those augers bring it across, and then there's an auger going up right here in this hole. It brings it up and then out the unload auger. And what I found on this machine, I don't like to run it wide open when I'm unloading. A lot of guys probably do, but when I'm about done, I'll speed it up, and it'll help clean that pit out a little bit. You can't get it all out of there because of the design. I kind of like the 4400 better as far as that goes, because you can get just about every kernel out, where this one you leave probably, there's probably a 5-gallon bucket and a half or two down in there when you're all done. So I always clean the stupid thing out at the end of the year, and I like to wiggle the auger a little bit, make sure it's cleaned out. So there's probably 170, 180 bushel in that wagon off of 4 acres, so you can do the math. It's shitty because last year this field went 64 bushel the acre. It ain't gonna be nowhere close to that this year. In fact, I averaged 56 across the board last year on, I think, 29 acres, and I'll be lucky to do 40 on 36 this year. Throw that crap out. So anyhow, what happened was, and I'll try and hopefully you can see all this. This is the wobble box right here. This big round thing with this belt on it. I thought that was loose for a second, but I think it's all right. So anyhow, this pulley turns, and in here this mechanism turns everything, and this this bar goes this way. So what happened was, there's 2 bolts here and 2 bolts down here. This bolt doesn't, this just holds this bottom piece to this piece. Anyhow, actually this bolt wasn't even here. This was never drilled out, so there was just 1 bolt down here and the 2 on the back. Well, this bolt sheared off, so it must have been the last one to go. Well, maybe not, because this one was gone and this one was bent but still in, but this one was sheared off. So I actually had to drill that and put an easy out in there and pull that stupid thing out this morning. But then this box twisted, and it actually put some pressure on this head. See, this head is like 8 inches long that the cutter bar bolts to, and it actually tweaked that thing. And what we did, it was rubbing, and like I said, bear with me here because this is probably going to be hard to see. Let me turn this damn thing, and you can see your sections, the knife sections here, the triangle, and then this is the guard, these prongs. Well, these prongs are just about down to the cutter bar, this centerpiece. Well, these were rubbing on that because it actually tweaked that head this way and pushed it forward. So we cut those off with a grinder, and it still cuts and everything. It's doing what it's supposed to do, but just to keep it from rubbing and causing more problems, we did that. So, and everything held together. I ran for probably 8, 9 acres here, and everything's good and tight. I checked tightness. We tightened it, went to the field, tried it, ran 2 rounds, checked tightness, everything was good. And when I got done with the other field, I checked tightness again and everything was still good. So, and I've been using lock nuts on this stuff. Most of these sections and other pieces are just a regular nut on a bolt, and some of them have lock nuts, some of them don't, but I've been using lock nuts because those damn things won't come loose. Because I've had, you know, it doesn't matter where you're at, what you do, you're going to replace knife sections, you're going to replace guards. I've replaced, I think, 5 guards and probably 5 knife sections this season in 84 acres so far, which isn't too bad. But you know, you hit a rock and you bust a guard, or you get something jammed in here and it twists these stupid things, and then stuff rubs and breaks, and you got to fix and replace, and it only takes a couple of minutes. What sucks is when you lose these guides up here that hold everything in place. That sucks. So I try and keep parts on hand for all that stuff. But anyhow, there's the combine. It needs a bath. It will not get one right now. But Jeff Raymond, you got me beat. Mine's not as dirty as yours. I will admit that. Mine's pretty dirty, but Jeff's was, wow. Saw a picture on Instagram, and boy, that thing was mighty dusty. And as dry a year as we had, it's no wonder. So, all right, guys, thanks for riding along and watching, and we'll see you later.